Welcome to the new channel.
Our passion transforms a community that sees and shares all things new.
The new channel. Hashtag TNC Now.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following shows are those of the host, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm Erwin.
And I am Carlo, and we are in Pasig City. And welcome to Season 4, Episode 45 of Shots Fired!
Par.
Hoy, gusto na!
Okay lang. Kamusta?
Namiss kita parate, kahit araw-araw tayo nagkikita, par. Umahati ka bong basketball.
Hoy, ka na.
Maski anong liga.
Okay.
Maski yung interbarangay natin.
Mm.
Umahati ka mo din. Maganda yung standing namin sa liga namin. Huwag natin pag-usapan. Pero again, guys, welcome sa bago nating episode. Pag-uusapan natin, nagbabaga pa, kakasimula pa lang, second round ng NBA playoffs. Grabe.
Pero,
Sige bro.
bago tayo simulan yung second round, napanood ko yung game ng Cavs and Magic.
Ako no. Wag mo
Very,
gamitin. Wag mo
very intense. First quarter, ang init ni Paolo Banchero. 18 points ang nilamang ng Magic ng first quarter. Tapos nag-Magic 9 lead. Nag-Magic 9 lead. Naglaho. So by the end of the second quarter, nako, 10 points na lang. 10 points na lang. Nag-Magic nga. Pero Paolo Banchero, first half, 24 points na siya. Mainit na siya. So, from the start of the second half, nag-adjust yung Cavs. At the end of the third quarter, lamang sila ng 10 na ang Cavs. So, parang
ang third quarter.
medyo napigilan nila si Paolo Banchero. Inassign si Okoro to guard him. Effective. Effective. Tapos pumutok na si Max Strus and si Donovan Mitchell.
Para sa larong yun
Oo.
Alauna yan eh. Pero alam mo, agree ako sa'yo pagdating kay Banchero. Nagtatampo pa rin ako sa Orlando Magic kasi again, a few years ago, hindi daw siya ang idadraft nila. Si Paolo Banchero sana could have been a Houston Rocket.
Ayan tayo eh.
Anyway. Wala nang magagawa, no? Ganun na talaga, pero ang galing. Ang galing nila, no? Must-win situation. So, pag-usapan natin, bale, 8 team na lang. Ang natitirang team natin dito, paikli na ng paikli yung NBA season natin.
Yes.
Na-announce na karamihan ng mga individual awards at this point. Hindi at this episode, di pa nababanggit yung MVP. Hindi pa nababanggit yung Rookie of the Year at saka Defensive Player. Na feeling natin, isang tao lang, at least yung Rookie of the Year at
Defensive, yeah.
So, gagawin natin ngayon mga ka-shots fired. Isa-isay natin yung mga round 2 matchups natin. Sobrang exciting. Pag-usapan natin, ano ba yung game changer?
Okay.
At ano ba yung prediction natin? Medyo hindi naman nagbago since nagsimula. Unahan na natin ang unang laro from the East. The New York Knicks versus the Indiana Pacers.
Okay.
Kaibigan na Erwin, what do you think would be the game changer of this game? Pwedeng tao, pwedeng player, pwedeng yung audience.
Yeah.
Ano sa palagay mo ang magiging iba dito?
Sige. For me kasi, I will be rooting for the New York Knicks on this season.
Okay, sure.
We can see naman na the game changer for the New York Knicks are the Villanova boys.
Okay.
So nakita natin sa last game, the three boys, Josh Hart, Jalen Bronson, and Dante Vincenzo
Senso. Okay.
has been very effective on this
Okay.
series, no? Nung
Magaling nga silang tatlo
Mm.
para magkakasundo silang mabuti.
And plus the defensive arsenal of OG Anunoby and Mitchell.
Sulit yung pagkaka-trade sa kanya.
Yes, sulit, sobrang sulit. So, buti na lang trade siya, di ba? Di ba,
Lagan Toronto.
hindi niya mararamdaman ang playoffs, no? So good luck to the New York. Sa'yo, pare.
Okay. Alam mo, para sa akin, it's not really a game changer per se. So speaking of the Indiana Pacers, number 1 sila sa 3-point shooting, napakahusay nila, very organized for me compared to the Knicks. Pero for me, the game changer, si Tibbs eh. Si Coach Tibbs, ang issue ko sa kanya kasi is that sanay siyang pagurin yung mga player niya.
Oh.
Kahit overtime para. So, yung mga mga bata mo nasa 40 plus minutes, lalo na si Jalen Brunson. 'Di ba? So, naalala mo ba? A few years ago, tambak na ng Chicago yung kalaban. Pinaglaro pa rin ng husto si Derrick Rose. At doon yung unang ACL. And it was all downhill from there. So doon ako kinakabahan. So yun para sa akin yung game changer. This is not a talent on talent thing. I think exciting to, bro. Exciting yung larong to. Hustle talaga ang makikita natin dito. Pero I think Thibs need to rotate them a little more. May injury yan, par.
Oh,
Alala mo nung binuhat na lang si Derrick Rose, par.
tama.
Wala na tayong magagawa. So ang tanong ko sa'yo, now that na-identify ang game changer natin, sino mananalo sa series na to, par? I know it's New York. New York in how many games?
I think New York in 6.
New York in 6. Para sa akin, huwag na kayong magugulat. Par, Indiana in 5.
Okay.
Again, I work on the premise, mas fresh yung mga legs ito, hindi sila ganun kapagod. Medyo pinagod nila yung Milwaukee. So
sabi mo sa Pacers, no, sino yung magiging changer or ano magiging game changer na nun?
para sa akin, no, simple lang, para sa akin, si Miles Turner. Si Miles Turner, bakit? Wala naman talent on talent. He is the best big man in this series. Wala si Julius Randle. Kahit andyan naman si Julius Randle, siya pa rin yung mas mahusay. Matagal nang medyo gusto magpa-trade nito ni Miles Turner out of Indiana. Pero ngayon, sumi-second round na siya. So, feeling ko, mas may kailangan siyang patunayan dito. Siya yung veteran sa grupong to. So, siya yung individually, siya yung game changer. So, me, Indiana in 5. Maya-maya, excited ako pag-usapan yung jersey mo maya-maya. Sa West Coast. So, the other series naman, par. Ito, bahala na ako nung mangyari ito. Boston Celtics versus Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay. Sa akin,
game changer, bro.
Game changer, siguro kasi alam natin na injured si Porzingis. So, malamang hindi mo siya makakalaro sa series na to.
Okay.
Or, makakasalili siya sa playoffs mismo. So, tingnan natin. Pero yung game changer talaga dito, di ba wala na si Marcus Smart. And
tama.
si Jrue Holiday ang pumalit sa kanya.
Tama.
So, the adjustment ni Jrue on the Boston Celtics in the playoff series, yun ang makititignan natin kung talagang effective talaga siya sa as a Celtic. Ganon. So, pero if everything happens na everything falls into place for the Celtics, Boston in 4.
Oh, Boston in 4. And you know what? I read the other day, this might be the easiest path for Boston to the finals. Kasi kahit sino man makalaban niya dun sa New York at saka sa Indiana, medyo bugbog na. At physically, medyo matigas tong Boston, no? But for the purposes of magtalo tayo dito, I'm gonna go with the Cavs in this one, no? They need to move heaven and earth to figure this one out. So, sino ang game changer dito? Para sa akin, si Donovan Mitchell talaga. Pero ang matindi dito, going back to the first series, no? Against Orlando, naka-50 si Donovan, 50 points, talo pa rin. Talo pa rin sila. The day after, or the next game after, 39 for Donovan Mitchell, sige, nanalo yung Cleveland, but it took a lot of effort to do it.
Mhm.
And this is an Orlando Magic na hasn't been in the playoffs for years, led by a rookie, a 21, 22-year-old rookie na first time sa playoffs. All that effort
Mm.
para manalo on a game 7.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna face Boston. The only reason na medyo optimistic ako, medyo lang medyo lang,
ah.
yung medyo ko, napakababa, kontra Kearney paring Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
Pag
Yun.
hindi to manalo, first time ni Donovan Mitchell umabot ng second round since Utah days niya.
Ah.
So tagumpay ang pag-alis niya sa Utah.
Ah.
Pagdating doon, ganoon din si Gobert. Mamaya pag-uusapan
Ah,
natin si
diba?
paring
Ah.
Gobert, no? But if Cleveland wants to win this, I think it's gonna take everything in their power. Malabong kailangan nila talunin to in a 7.
But
Cavs in 7, bro.
I would add, if
Sige
the
lang.
Cavs will really win on this series, number one, right now, Jared Allen is injured. He has a rib injury. Hindi siya
Yun
nakalaro
pa.
for the Magic. Three games of the Magic.
Tama.
So, hirap sila on the defensive side. Kaya si Okoro talaga, he really push himself to the limit to defend Paolo
Oo.
Banchero. Number two, it is Darius Garland has to be consistent. Has to be consistent. Nakikita natin hindi siya consistent on the
Hindi talaga,
shooting.
bro.
Plus,
Lubog litaw minsan eh.
he's also a turnover magnet.
Ayun.
So so somebody should if hindi siya magdadala, somebody should have step up na magdadala should be that floor general of the Cavs. So if they have
Baka pwede pa si Ricky Rubio.
Oh,
Nag-retire na.
I don't know.
Si Pretty Ricky.
Sige.
Sayang.
Wala.
They could have used him, no? So,
Mm.
maybe if Ricky Rubio knew na ganito kalayo ang aabutin ng Cavs, baka hindi siya umalis, no? But kidding aside, I know it's a little tough. So if Cleveland needs to do this, and maybe Cleveland wants to play well kasi si LeBron officially hindi pa naman siya nagpipirma ng extension.
Oo.
So
And
pwede
he
pa
has-
siyang come back home
Yeah, and he has until 2 days after the draft night to decide.
para pag-isipan.
Oo.
So depende pa kung saan
Mapupunta
si Bronny.
Oo.
So wow, ang dami.
Dahil pa
Madami
mangyayari.
na mangyayari mula ngayon hanggang draft, which is in the July. In
Mm.
July area. So sa East Coast, again, Knicks, Indiana, Boston, Cavs. Punta naman tayo sa West Coast. The very exciting,
Mm.
very loaded. Kahit hating gabi tayo, manonood tayo ng larong to. No? So unahin na natin.
Mm.
This series, I think, is very exciting. Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Dallas Mavericks.
Mm.
Partner, game changer. Sino mananalo para sa'yo dito?
Sa akin kasi kung nakikita naman natin si Kyrie and Doncic has been
Galing.
the pinnacle of their
Sobrang galing.
So sino magiging tawag dito? Sino magiging game changer for the Mavs? It should be Gafford. Danny Gafford
Tama.
and
Okay.
and Blake
Lively.
uh,
Mga chicks yan, ha?
no, Derek Lively.
Derek Lively, oh.
No,
Blake Lively pa yun.
No. Derek Lively. So I think if the both of them
Magaling si Lively talaga.
Yeah. As a rookie, he's very good. Both of them will strive on the series. Mukhang mananalo sila.
Kinawawa nila yung Clippers nung huling dalawang laro, no? Parang walang superstar yung Clippers. Ibang usapan pa yun.
Oh, and I would add also the experience of Mavs in the playoffs. Baka pumalya
Malalim-lalim na.
OKC dito.
So, may tanong ako sa'yo, no? Last year, with more or less the same group, I guess we could say Luka and Kyrie in the same team, bakit mas magaling sila this year compared to last year? Last year, hindi nga sila umabot ng playoffs man lang. And parang do I dare say, dark horse ng West. May chance eh. Talagang malupit. Anong naging difference last year and this year?
I think they had Kyrie and Luka had an agreement kung sino ba talaga yung magiging guy on that team. Kasi coming from Luka, sinasabi niya si Kyrie ang Batman and siya yung Robin.
Bait na.
Bait eh, no?
Humility, ano?
Bait.
Kaling kay Luka to.
Oo. Pero nakikita naman natin si Kyrie naman binibigyan naman niya kay Luka na it's Luka's team din ano.
At saka yung points talaga, medyo hindi na nagkakalayo. No? Nakaka-triple-double yung isa, yung isa, double-double.
And I see the defensive and offensive support of their bench. Lalo lang nung nakuha nila si Gafford. Si Gafford talagang ang
Off
key.
the bench, no? Off the bench mo
Oo.
talaga.
So siya talaga yung naging key sa Mavs.
Galing. Well, ang hirap hindi mag-agree sa'yo, no? Kaya lang, ang hirap hindi pansinin, guys, ang Oklahoma City Thunder, no? SGA, bro. Wala eh. Siya na talaga eh. Wala na akong masabing, parang there's no flaw to his game. He's very consistent. But, hindi siya para sa akin yung X factor dito, no? Si Chet. Si Chet talaga. Chet siya talaga. Grabe, sobrang galing niya, no? The defensive, he adds more defense to this team. Luke Dort is there and everybody else is doing the defense. But yung blocks niya, tumaas. From the regular season up to the playoffs, tumaas pa rin. Siguro medyo naamoy na niya na hindi na talaga siya yung Rookie of the Year. So, ang pangbawi na lang niya, ang playoffs, no? So, with this particular group, my challenge for the Mavs is all of them are in equal footing. Mabilis silang tumakbo. Oo, magaling. I just don't think they have somebody who could really guard Chet. And no offense kanila, Lively yan, ano? Para sa akin, mas mahusay siya. So, siya yung magiging differentiator dito. Para sa akin, OKC in 7, Papi.
Okay. Sige.
Sa'yo?
Sa akin, Mavs in 5.
Mavs in 5 lang?
Yes.
Grabe ka naman. Ang baba naman ang tingin mo sa mga to. Tumigil ka. 5 lang? Ayaw ko sa'yo.
Experience versus,
Versus youth. Sige. So, specific to youth. Meron tayong matinding youth movement na nangyayari dun sa isang series natin. Very, very, very exciting series. Grabe. First time ko sasabihin to siguro in 10 to 12 years. The Minnesota Timberwolves are in the second round against the defending champions Denver Nuggets. At this particular point, nanalo na po, nakanakaw.
Isa.
Ng isa ang Minnesota sa Denver. Pero, nagkakasundo kaming dalawa na Denver pa rin to. Ang tanong, bakit tayo nagkakasundo? Bakit? Bakit hindi pa tayo convinced sa Minnesota?
Sa akin kasi, for me, Denver has the experience on the playoffs. Kasi, for the longest time, Minnesota hasn't gone to the second round. And it was
even in the playoffs, matagal-tagal na rin.
So it was really the leadership of Ant-Man, yung husay niya. Husay talaga.
Mahusay talaga. Nagkakasundo tayo. Baka kailangan nila si Bo Cruz. Si Bo Cruz ang kailangan nila.
Sino?
Nasa pelikula na yan. Galing talaga.
Anyway, dito natin makikita yung MVP caliber ni Jokic on the series. Nakikita natin si Denver kasi hindi siya what do you call this? Hindi siya focus dun sa perimeter eh. Kung makikita mo puro siya sa baba.
Well, they're a tall team.
Yes.
So we can't, they will take advantage of this, no? Me naman, the reason why I am not convinced yet is Minnesota an exciting team? Yes. Are they the future? Yes. Historically, hindi naman nagpapanalo si Gobert kasi. Totoo naman yan. Hindi siya nagpapanalo. Sige, naka-40 naman si Ant-Man. Is he the future? Oo naman.
Oo naman.
Kahit anong meme ang gamitin mo. Siya o si Thanasis ang gamitin mo. Okay lang.
Talaga. Comparison sa
Kumpara ko talaga si Thanasis eh. Hindi nyo kasi binigyan ng sapatos Adidas eh. So, pero at the end of the day, you're right, the maturity is not yet there. Mas mature yung Denver Nuggets. Feeling ko magigising si Joker bukas. Pero ang problema lang, dun sa series nila with the Lakers, parating natatalo, parating lamang ang kalaban, in this case the Lakers, after every half. At kailangang humabol ng Denver. At nakakapagod yun, par.
Nakapagod.
Humabol
Hmm.
ng paulit-ulit, no? So, again, tignan natin. So, para sa aming dalawa, Denver in ilan?
Seven.
Denver pala. Denver in 7.
Seven.
I'm gonna take Denver in 6 kasi feeling ko magkakaroon pa rin ng urgency to.
Hmm.
Eventually, you know. But speaking of paghahabol,
Paghabol.
alam ko, puro basketball ang pinag-uusapan natin dito. So kami ni paring Erwin, no? Dahil summer na,
Hmm.
naisipan namin na, you know, to get into the health thing. And meron kami mga bisita
Oh.
na papalabas namin ngayon. Pagla natin yung bago naming health adventure. So, guys, watch this. Welcome back mga ka-Shots Fired. Kagaya ng sinabi namin ni paring Erwin kanina, may mga special guest tayo. We have Kyle De Leon and Lawrence Tan, Director of Membership Benefits ng JCI. Mga brothers, bakit tayo andito today?
So we're here to invite people for the electric night run. So pag-uusapan namin yan today.
Runner ka, bro.
Halata ba?
naman sa katawan. Na runners kami. So,
So paano, Kyle, Lawrence, ano ba, daming, di ba, runs throughout the years now. What makes this different from the others?
Actually, ano siya, yung run kasi nitong GCI Electric Night Run, this is sa gabi gagawin. So usually umaga, di ba?
ayos yun.
Oo, tapos ito pare, parang hindi siya seryosong competitive. I mean, if you want to be competitive, it's up to you. Oo.
Very competitive.
Oo.
Ganun competitive.
Oo, pero ang talagang goal namin is for people to have fun. No, parang it's a fun run talaga. Party vibe. Yan. Oo.
So ano bang i-expect natin dun sa, you're saying fun.
Mm-mm.
Ano ba i-expect natin dun sa fun, dun sa run mismo? Are there other things na pwede lang gawin aside sa fun run?
So alam natin, mainit yung panahon ngayon. Di ba? Parang bakit ako tatakbo sa umaga? So itong sa gabi, pag-isip natin gabi, di ba? Pag-isip natin, ito yung time para kumimik at uminom.
Ako, hindi tayo ganyan. Wholesome kami. Napaka-wholesome namin dito.
Pero hindi na promote namin. So ang gusto namin gawin is, pwede pa rin kayo lumabas sa gabi and have a fun time doing healthy things. So sa Electric Night Run, you will expect mga music and lights mo. So may mga hinanda na iba-ibang ilaw at iba-ibang klaseng music while you are running. So imagine mo, tumatakbo ka with 6,000 other people, tapos lahat kayo may parang LED
Nice.
light na shades.
Oh, wow.
And then may ilaw-ilaw siya.
Bagay sa atin yan.
And then yun, at the end of the run, pagkatapos mo magko-congregate kayo lahat, and then dun magkakaroon ng party and music.
Diyan, mahilig tayo sa party. Guys, mukhang very fit kayo. No? Curious lang. Napag-usapan na natin kanina. Ano ba yung distance na tinatakbo yung dalawa? Hindi na ako magmamalinis eh. Nasa magbandang 5 lang siguro ako. Ikaw.
So actually, sabi nga ni Derek Lawrence, iba-ibang klaseng distances meron kami. Meron kaming 1K, 3K, 5K, 10K. So yung 1K, 3K, pwede mo nga lakarin yun. Walang problema eh. Ako mismo, I am going for 10K.
Wow, there you
Challenge
go.
lang.
So, speaking of this run, no, mga ka-Shots Fired. So, Kyle, Lawrence, paano ba nagsimula to? O sino ba nagsimula to? Sino ba nakaisip na tong fun run na to?
Actually, definitely hindi ako. Nagsimula na.
Masyado kang honest. Masyadong honest yung bisita natin. Thank you.
Kasi ang takbong ginagawa ko, tinatakbo ko lang asawa ko pag nagagalit sa akin. All kidding aside. This started in 2017. Actually, in 2017, it was called Run for the Mountains pa nga because ang beneficiary niya is indigenous people.
Okay.
And then after that, it was dalawang Run for the Mountains ata yun 2017 and 2020. Parang ganon, no? So indigenous people. And then last year, ang beneficiary was schools. So parang
That's nice.
this is really a fundraising event, no, for these beneficiaries, and we felt na sa lahat ng fundraising event, runs talaga, ang fun run talaga ang parang pinakamalaking kayang ibigay pabalik sa mga beneficiaries. Yeah. So yun ang origins nito. Yeah.
So speaking of beneficiaries, this year, sino bang beneficiary natin?
This year ang beneficiary natin is Hospicio de San Jose.
Okay.
If you're familiar with Hospicio de San Jose or you're not familiar with Hospicio, ano siya, actually it started as an orphanage, tas naging home for the elderly.
Tama.
Now pati sa mga
Madalas tayong mag-outreach yan nung
Yes.
high school tayo.
ngayon mga victims of abuse, lahat na pag pumunta ka doon parang matatouch ka na yung konting may tutulong mo sa kanila would go a long way for them. Ang ganun. Yeah.
Exciting, no? Maganda talaga pag may mga advocacies tayo ganyan. Sinusuportahan talaga ng shots fired ng TNC, yung mga ganyang advocacies, no? So, wag na natin patagalin pa. Invite yung mga nanonood natin ng shots fired sa event na.
So again, we'd like to invite lahat na nanonood to JCI Manila's Electric Night Run for Hope on May 18. So sa May 18, that's a Saturday, night run po siya. 9 p.m. yung gun start. So simula ng run and it ends around midnight. If you want to register and buy tickets, pwede po pa kayo bumili ng tickets. Just go to www.jcimanila.org/events. Direct?
Yeah, hope to see you there. Did we say na yung location nung tatakbuhin namin mula doon. Tatakbuhin natin yung location natin.
So it's gonna happen in the south sa Alabang Events Ground. So
Philinvest Events Grounds.
Philinvest Events Ground. So doon tayo.
Baka magkaligawan tayong dalawa doon.
But anyway, thank you so much, sirs. Salamat sa pagpunta nyo. Again, very exciting activity. Saktong-sakto pang pamilya talaga. Lasting pamilya. Maraming salamat mga ka-shots fired. I'll see you guys on May 18th with these guys, okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Par!
Ano na nangyari?
Anong ilang kilometro ang itatakbo mo? Yung mga bisita natin. So maraming salamat kay Lawrence, kay Kyle sa pagpunta dito, sa pag-imbita sa amin sa electric run na yan. Par, matagal na nating pinag-iisipang tumakbo.
Okay.
Okay to, May 18. Guys, sa gabi tong takbong to.
Oh, hindi mainit ha?
Wala na kayong excuse. Wala kayong excuse para gumising ng maaga. So, supportahan natin yung run nila. My friend, maraming salamat
Thank you.
ulit.
Yep.
Again, round 2 po ng playoffs. So, sa mga ka-shots fired natin, please like and subscribe. Drop a comment. We're happy to engage with you guys. Gusto nyo, i-DM mo siya, DM nyo ako. Walang problema. Again, maraming salamat. Until next week, salamat mga ka-shots fired. Thank you.